Hello and welcome to Firearm Freedom. This is going to be a channel update video. Of course, before we get this update video started, head down to the description and check out all of those links. And if you want to support the channel, what really does help me out, especially nowadays with shadow banning, is hitting that subscribe button, ringing the bell, and making sure you stay subscribed. YouTube is on that censorship train like crazy nowadays, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, it has been about 4 weeks, give or take, almost a month since I have done my last video. And I just want to get all those thoughts out of the way. I'm not going anywhere. I've had a lot of people come into the gun shop that I work at. Hey, Joe, where are the videos? What's going on? What's happening? I'm not leaving anytime soon in any way, shape, or form. However, there are some times that I try to focus my energy into different areas for the channel. And that leads us to this video. What have I been working on over the past 4 weeks? Well, you guys have probably noticed that the live streams for the channel and for Instagram and any other platform that I was doing live streams on have stopped. I had to take a step back and figure out exactly where I was spending my time and where it would be best utilized for the channel and for you guys that are watching. As YouTube started to censor and crunch down even harder on my live streams, it started really becoming more of a negative in my life than a positive. And of course, I don't want that to happen because that's how you get burnt out. So I tried to start racking my brain around ideas that I could still kind of talk in that hour-long format to you and have it be a little bit more fun, not really worry about being censored because it's not quite as much gun content. And you guys heard me mention this quite a while ago in the live streams, and it is finally here, and that is the podcast. So we started the Freedom Foil podcast. What is the Freedom Foil podcast? Well, it's available on pretty much all streaming services right now other than Apple Podcasts, and those links will be down in the description below. I will probably link you to Spotify and then also Anchor, which hosts our podcast, and that's where you guys can listen to it on, but be sure to search it on any of the standard podcast places that you go to, and other than Apple Music at the moment, it should be there. The reason why I waited so long to launch the podcast after it started was because now you guys are probably going to see 4, maybe even 5 episodes. So you don't have to worry about just seeing a little sneak peek and then not being able to listen to the podcast. What is the Freedom Foil podcast about, and why is it called Freedom Foil? Well, in the name, you guys know firearm freedom. I'm all about guns, all about freedom. Well, if you are into the Instagram scene for firearm freedom or our crazy Discord, you will know that we get into the conspiracy tinfoil hat stuff a lot. We even have a custom emoji in that Discord with me in a tinfoil hat. It's a good old time. But with that being said, I figured what an awesome way to bring in firearm freedom and tinfoil to give you guys a conspiracy theory related podcast. Oh, that's right. We dig in deep to a ridiculous amount of topics. And by we, this is even more fun because you guys have heard me mention Mrs. Freedom a ton here in the live streams on YouTube. She is my beautiful wife, and you guys will hear her actual name in the podcast, which is Mary. Mrs. Freedom decided to jump on the podcast and actually is my co-host. So not only will you guys get a little bit of a different dialogue just with kind of a male and female dialogue going back and forth and just kind of how all these different topics are viewed, which I think is relatively interesting compared to other podcasts. But Mary really has never gotten into tinfoil hat conspiracies of any type in her entire life. She's been relatively normal, and I have been relatively not. So it's a very, very interesting dialogue back and forth. You guys are not going to want to miss this, and I wanted to officially launch it here on YouTube. And the other thing that I wanted to tell you is, although I did spend a little bit of time over the past 4 weeks getting this podcast up and running and started, as time moves on here, the videos and content are not going to change on YouTube. That's all going to be the same. I'm going to try as hard as I can to go back to weekly posts. I have a few reviews actually already getting ready to get filmed right now, so stay tuned for that. Nothing's changing here on the channel, and if you're not down with some conspiracy related stuff, then maybe the podcast isn't for you. But for the time being, all of the live streams are going to stop and the podcast is going to begin. So I hope you guys do enjoy it. One final note before I let you guys go on a new update and something that I've been spending time on with the channel is the brand new Reddit page. Oh yeah, I know on probably many of your scales, I just dropped down a little bit on the totem pole telling you that I am now a Redditor. But with that being said, you can check out the community tab that I created, which is The Firearm Freedom. And then, of course, I do have a personal page on there as well labeled Firearm Freedom. Some of you have actually already caught me in different threads there on Reddit, making posts, daily stuff, whatever. And you guys can also comment about the YouTube channel in the Firearm Freedom community. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, Instagram, Facebook's not for you, then you can head right over to the Reddit community and just kind of build up the Firearm Freedom community however you would like. So hopefully some of you will enjoy that. And again, the links will be down in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more great videos to come soon.